One thing that I personally think a lot of men lack in nowadays, a lot of young men, is a sense of confidence within, a sense of not even confidence, literally arrogance with themselves. It's very easy nowadays that I see that a lot of people, it's very easy for them to, they go through a patch where something happens, they're upset over it, things don't go well, and immediately they bring themselves down to a very low level. They don't have much confidence in themselves. It's almost like it's a very nice thing nowadays. We're in such a generation, we're in such a time that you're kind of almost, if you're not okay, people kind of push you to not be okay. They say it's okay to cry, it's okay to be vulnerable and stuff like this, and that's all fine. I have nothing to say about that. But my point is, as a guy, you need some sort of arrogance in you. I know people will tell, no, arrogance is bad for you. You should not be overconfident and this, that, and all. As a man, you need to have it. And yes, at some point in your life, people will not like that about you, but I'd rather have that than not have it. Throughout my life, I have not had it. I have been of the very the kind of kind mentality, when you're in school as well. Throughout my school years, this was, I thought it was a good thing, but it was not a good thing. It was in fact pathetic. All the teachers told you, be a kind kid, be a nice kid, talk nicely. This is what we're told to do. I hated it. That's just kind of the person I was. That was the kind of person I was molded to be, and I absolutely hated every second of it because I did not know how to stand up for myself. When someone spoke or said something to me that was disrespecting of me, I did not have the what do you say, the kind of urge, the kind of usual. mm, as a guy, you if someone says something bad about you as a kid, you want to go and punch that kid in the face, right? I did not have that about me. And I know previously I thought that was a good thing. I'm such a nice kid. Yeah, I don't like this stuff. But no, you need that about you as a man. I'm glad I realized that at some point. But the thing is, you need a mindset where that arrogance is needed if you are to do, if you got to kind of survive in this planet as a man. You need that arrogance. Again, you see, I keep saying as a man because I'm not speaking for women. I think maybe a part of it can apply for women, but this is mainly because as a man you are masculine. That masculine energy will be, that kind of arrogance will naturally be there if you're a highly masculine guy, if you have high testosterone and stuff like this. I don't want to make this some alpha male video. It's not the point, but you need to have that arrogance about yourself, some part of you that says, that thinks that you're better than everyone. I am by no means better than, right? I'm not saying I'm better than you, I'm not saying you're better than me. It's not about that, but still, when I walk into a place, wherever I walk into, in my head, for some reason, I think, it's not even I think, it's just, it flows within me that, okay, in some way, I'm better than you. And you need that as a guy. You need that as a guy. It's almost like an energy that you just develop within yourself, a kind of personality and mindset you develop within yourself. It's not necessarily the way you talk to people or the way you act around people, the way you look. It's not necessarily about that. It's just the way you conduct yourself um, on a day-to-day basis, wherever you are, whether you're failing at life, whether things are going well, because life is, it's up and down, right? Sometimes one day you could be feel like you're on top of the planet, next day you feel like you're, everything's horrible for you, right? That's what it is. But regardless of what happens, if you are able to maintain the attitude of, what, I'm still great, um, and you have that kind of dominating personality about yourself, that competitive personality about yourself, that's going to get you far in life, no doubt about that. Um, and I see that lacking with a lot of guys. That was lacking with me as well. I don't think I've 100% nailed that attitude, but I definitely notice that's an attitude in me nowadays. Small things that, the thing is, after you get onto the self improvement stuff and stuff, after you get onto the self improvement, you kind of start to really observe your thoughts, what you're thinking, small things that you do throughout the day. You really observe it, and you're like, oh, I never used to do this, but I started doing this now. I started doing this now. These kind of things I have started observing in myself over the past couple of years, and um, that was not there in me the years before. I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm an alpha male, this, that. No, absolutely not. It's just a mindset perspective where you're no more wanting to be the nice, kind little guy. I've spent a lot of my life being that guy, and it doesn't get you any respect. I can 100% guarantee you right now that being that guy, being nice, being cute, quiet, introverted. Actually, I'm still introverted, but maybe not introverted. What do I say? You're very humble. You're extremely kind. That doesn't get you anywhere. Now, I'm not telling you to go and disrespect people, but you need to kind of have an attitude to yourself where naturally some people are not going to like you. I know there are some people, I've been to certain places, places that I constantly visit again and again, and people that I see again and again. It's very easy to sense when someone feels something against you. They'll not tell you that, but through their eye contact, through their body language, you'll be able to tell they have something repelling against you. And this is what happens when you kind of reach that attitude. It's literally a body language thing. I can't even put it into words what I'm trying to explain, but being that nice, humble guy, always smiling at people, let's say you're walking in, you give them way and then you move away from. I know these things seem very small, but you kind of have to move away from that mindset, and you need to become a person that you balance being humble and kind with having that male aggressive attitude about yourself, because without that arrogance, it's going to be extremely difficult for you. um I'll be honest, even towards attracting a woman, if you're an extremely nice, humble guy, woman will compliment you about it, but that feminine energy that they have is not going to seek that masculine energy in you. In fact, they will seek it, but they'll not see it in you. It's not going to be there. And you need to develop that. You need to have that kind of aggressiveness about you. Um, and maybe some of you will understand what I'm exactly trying to say. But yeah, I see way too many men nowadays, very easily, they're being very soft. If something small doesn't go their way, they start complaining, moaning about it, posting Instagram stories about it. Don't be like this. I feel extremely cringed out when I see this kind of stuff. Don't be a guy like that. If you have a problem, deal with it. Okay? Deal with it. I know people will tell you, release your emotions or be vulnerable. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to not be okay, and all whatever else bull BS that I've heard, man. I'm so sick of hearing this. It's this be vulnerable nonsense. I think the men who've actually been vulnerable in their life, will know that being vulnerable is absolute BS. You do not want to be vulnerable unless it's like your freaking family or people that you've been with your entire life or you trust your entire life with. You're not going to be vulnerable with them. You're not going to seek support with them. It's not possible. I'm sorry. People don't care about your problems as much as they care about themselves. And as a man, you are expected to take care of your own problems. And if you're being all soft and kind and humble, being humble and kind is all nice, but there's definitely a limit to it. Um, and I kind of crossed that limit as a kid. I was too much on the nice side, and I hate that it's not a good thing, but it is not a good thing. You should not be extremely nice to people. Be nice to people, but not unnecessarily nice, if you know what I mean. Um, if you get what I mean, don't seem needy. Develop an attitude where you think you're better than everyone else. Um, and I know that will seem some people come in the comments or maybe even disagree with me. That's perfectly fine. I don't mind it. But um, once you develop that attitude, you'll know what I exactly mean. I am not. I've met some people who are absolutely stubborn, arrogant. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to have a sense of arrogance. Those people, you must have seen kids, in school who used to constantly freaking, fight over each other and be like, oh, I'm faster than you at running, I'm better than you at this, better than you at that. And even I used to look at these kids and be like, shut the hell up, if it doesn't freaking matter, stop being so immature. That was what I was thinking. But in the end, those kids would usually be great at something. They would be great at whatever activity they're doing. They'd have a bunch of friends. They'd be, as much as the teachers may not like them, they're kind of really doing well in school, right? The studies are going okay. They're extremely good at sports. And you're like, this doesn't make sense, right? You're being all nice and nothing's happening for you. They're kind of being cocky and everything's happening for them. It's literally a kind of energy and personality that you develop within yourself over a period of time. And as a man, you need that. As a man, you need that. It's just a masculine thing, and you need to have it. Obviously, have it controlled. Have it. I'm not telling you, if you become rich, to go and be like, oh look, I got more money than you, and no. But to people who think being kind, being nice is the way to life, please don't believe in that nonsense. I don't care how many, and it's usually girls who come and tell you this. Girls will tell you that, or um, people who don't accept that they are a man. Let's put it that way. They will tell you this stuff. You'll never see an actual man come and tell you, be vulnerable, be kind. Yeah. And if you want to look better as a man, I have a course in the description or in my bio, a link. You can go click on that link. It'll teach you how to look better as a man without having to use makeup, surgeries, and all this kind of BS. Yeah.